Hello children, are you sitting comfortably? Good, if so, we have a tale to tell. It's a tale of the Class 710 trains on the Gospel Oak to Barking line, which are running a little late. They were promised last year, didn't happen. Eventually, they're coming to be in service. The thing is that last week, and we have a tale of two parts to tell you here, TfL got in touch to say, would I like to come out and travel on one? Only, it wasn't to go on the first one in actual service, it was to go out on a driver training test run. And they told me to meet them at Willesden Junction. Hello, it's Friday the 17th of May. I was hoping that train wouldn't do that because I was told that we were getting on it. I've been told to come to Willesden Junction and we're taking a Class 710 driver training slash test slash preview trip, and it's just left, which confuses me. Again, the train that I was expecting to get on is now pulling out. Maybe it's the next one. As you can see here, my other shoulder, nice little move there, Geoff. A small entourage of Arriva Overground people have turned up. The conversation has obviously immediately turned to the elephant in the room, which is when will the train start running? I asked them in a cheeky way and then in sort of a sincere, honest way, and neither approach worked. There still is no date. We're just here to observe driver training happen. We'll chat to them as we go about the journey, and we'll just get some cab shots out the front down to Barking. So, in answer to the question which you're all asking, they still don't know. Except of course we do know when that day is now, and that day is today. That's Thursday the 23rd of May, but I still need to show you the part of the video that happened last week when we went out on the test day. Pulling in on platform 1 at Black Horse Road. It is your not for public service, Class 710, and we're going to jump on board. Excellent.
Please do not attempt to leave your service.
A little known amazing design feature on these 710 trains, well done Bombardier, is that like, if I get my iPhone out, if I hit record right now, can you see that the camera lens fits perfectly in there? I like to think that's why the trains have been delayed whilst they've sorted out that amazing design feature. Good design. It leads to a steady shot unless you wobble it, of course. It's amazing what you find aboard a test train. I found this door grab pole that's just like going. I'm thinking if I put some weights on it, that could be like a really handy bit of gym equipment. Instead, I should do the sensible thing and maybe find out exactly when these new trains are coming out, or maybe find out what the driver training program is all about. And the man to ask is the one that I'm slowly moving the camera around towards. This is David Kistner. David, hello.
Hi Geoff.
Let's do a handshake.
How are you?
What's your job? Tell the world, what do you do?
So I'm the project director for Arriva, so I'm responsible for introduction of the new trains after Bombardier give them to us.
I mean, there's 6 trains in total out of a pool of how many drivers work? Well, no, because the drivers are based at Stratford and they do the Gospel Oak line and the Stratford line, don't they? So I mean, how many drivers do you have to train up?
They do, so also on that they do the Watford Euston line. So for the GOB who operate the Gospel Oak and Barking line, there's around 220 drivers who do it, and then in totality, including Watford Euston, we have 270. So it's a fair number of drivers across a number of different depots, which makes training quite a complex programme to run out.
And am I right in thinking that the trains themselves, the 710s, they have to get up to like a certain number of miles? Is it like 1,000 sort of rail miles of sort of, you know, in test before they're sort of approved and signed off, is that right?
Yeah, so there's a threshold for fault-free running, which is agreed between RFL and Bombardier. I think the first units are around 2,000, and then that ramps down as you get more confidence in the reliability of the units.
What else do I need to know? What else can you tell us from the world of driver training?
So driver training, we've got over 70 drivers trained so far. We're just coming out of very, very intensive parts of the program, so in order to train as many drivers as quickly as we can to speed up introduction, we've been running 3 courses per day, 7 days a week, which is a very intensive program. So the training guys have done a great job in turning that out.
And each time that happens, you know, a box gets ticked and progress happens, so it's getting closer, isn't it?
It is getting closer. We're as close as we've been.
I do like the maquette, the brown and the green. I'm not so, it's really uncomfortable doing this for seat rest anyway. I'm not so keen on the black, on the shiny black outside, but the green maquette on the inside is good. Yeah, I found out that these are grab poles, which are yet to be screwed in. Apparently I can't take one home as a souvenir, which would be nice. That would go well in my bathroom as like a towel rail, but I don't think there's one going spare. And then to bring us right up to speed, yesterday on the Wednesday, I got an email saying that this morning the first one would be out of Gospel Oak at 11:36 this morning. I've just done that and I've come back on the 1218 from Barking. The new 710s are now out in public service, meaning that there's only a gap of every 15 minutes in some places, not the half an hour. And here's what happened this morning on that first train. So that's why at a rather sunny Gospel Oak there's a lot of excited people because the train is actually going to run, we think, today. At last! Hurrah! At 11:36. It's moving! On time, which will make senior management very happy at last. As with all these things and these launches, there's a strange mix of enthusiasts and regular passengers, so it's quite funny to see the regular passengers who are looking confused because they're just like, what, we're just getting our train. I would say the majority though are not regular passengers. As summer is approaching here in Britain right now, it's the end of May. It's a warm day and I'm very grateful for the air conditioning, which you can definitely feel. So straight away, big tick to the air conditioning. I totally forgot to bring my USB cable though. I've yet to see somebody use one of the USB cables to charge their phone. Has anybody got USB cable?
Yeah, Geoff.
This gentleman here is called Mike.
Hello.
Have you not been in one of my videos before? I feel like you must have been. You're always around. Mike takes pictures for TFL, hence the camera. Mike's lent me his USB cable, so I'm gonna charge.
See if it works.
I'm on 68%. Can I get you to hold my phone? Because I can't hold my phone and my camera and my cable. Random lady there. I don't know. Here we go. This is the ceremonial.
Ceremonial.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
You've got to tell me if it goes bip bip.
It did. Yep. Absolutely.
And the charging symbol is on. So they put you on a preview service as well?
Yes, so just like you the other day, I got to go on a driver training.
That's what I was on. Yeah, and they were like giving me no indication at all that the real one was about to run.
Do you know how I knew? The press release yesterday.
I got like 2 minutes warning of the press release, and I was like, and then word spread like.
The internet
went, it's running tomorrow.
But for anybody who's been following the story, the night shot of it whooshing through the station.
Is that yours?
That's mine. And then they released some of the press release.
If I was any good in my video, I'd find that picture and I'd be overlaying it now. That's Mike's photo.
Next station, Haringey Green Lanes.
How are you enjoying the USB facility?
It's really good, charged my phone quite quickly, so really pleased with that.
But it makes me think that this here is going to be the coveted seat.
If they're going to be fighting over this seat in the rush hour, you just know it, don't you?
But what if I then come and stand here, and I'm just like leaning here? There's 2 over there. Oh, there's 8 in this area. This gentleman here.
Bloody disabled seats as well.
This gentleman here is also on the coveted phone charging seat. Yeah. This gentleman here is John. We've spoken before. I spoke to you last when Overground went night you remember that? We were on the platforms.
I do. It was
of,
slightly darker than it is today.
It was darker. It's a nice, bright, sunny day.
So it takes 6 trains to run a 4 trains per hour service.
Okay.
We're putting 2 new trains in service today to build on the 3 cars that are already in place, making 5 in my maths. So we've still got 1 circuit to fill.
Okay.
And that's mainly because we still don't quite have enough drivers, because it took us a while to get going with driver training.
Yeah.
So once we've got enough drivers, these are bedded in, then we should be seeing the final train, the final piece in the jigsaw, not too long from now.
You're not putting a date on it, are you?
I'm not.
So you can't put a date on either as to when these are going to be running on the Great Anglia lines then, or is there a target for that?
No, we're very focused on that. I think one of the things about this week, I suppose, has been focusing on getting them into service here. So when we've kind of done this, and we have now, then we can start to focus again on the West Anglia, which of course is always there.
Okay.
But we've been focusing this week on this train, and good it is too.
And then I believe there's a 3 months worth of travel coming up in September to regular users. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
how does that work?
So the way it's going to work, we'll put all of the details on the website in due course, but what we've announced is that after the Mayor spoke to Bombardier some months ago, we got an agreement from them to fund a month's free travel for everyone who's travelling on the Gospel Oak to Barking line, either part or whole of that route. And the way that works is that you'll touch in as normal, but you'll get a refund after the travel. So the gates won't be open because that's not the best way to do it, and we'll do it that way. But all of the detail of that we'll put on the website shortly.
Okay, so look out on the TfL website shortly.
Indeed.
Mr. I'm going to give you an awkward backwards left-handed handshake. Which looks like I'm kind of...
I can do that.
Because I'm holding the camera with my right hand. It's all very... By the way, the air conditioning is ace, and I'm enjoying the USB. So both of those
Excellent.
are good.
Excellent.
See you at the next
Glad
one.
to hear it.
All right.
Next station, Wanstead Park.
And this gentleman, say hi, Graham. Say hi.
Hello folks.
Is the chairman of the Gospel Oak to Barking Users Group.
Indeed.
You've been rather vociferous.
We have.
Because it's been late, but finally, you can just give us a smile and a thumbs up. You're happy at last. Are you happy or not?
We are very much so, Geoff. Yes, I mean it's been a long time coming, but here we are, on the first of the new trains, and more in the pipeline to come. And hurrah!
Hurrah! Let's have a big hurrah!
Hurrah!
That's Graham. You remember earlier I spoke about how there was a contingent of regular passengers that had no idea what was going on. One of those is it Alex?
That's me, it's Alex.
Alex,
Yes,
did you get on this train this morning and think, what the heck is going on?
Yes, yeah,
So-
kind of like that.
So this is your regular commuting journey?
It's not really regular. Usually I drive, but today I had to take the Overground.
Okay, well you're on the first ever brand new type of these trains,
yes,
and
it
that's
is.
why everyone's excited. Are you excited? You just like, yeah.
No, it's very nice. It's very clean, which I like. It's not so crowded. A bit cold, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a bit freezing.
Really? I like the air conditioning. You think it's too much?
I do need a jacket. I definitely need a jacket.
Train to Barking.
We're at Barking. It's run. Everyone's made it, and we're good. We're at Barking.
This train terminates here.
And so that is it, as John Fox says. 2 trains are out at the moment. There'll be 6 in total. Your free month of travel will come in September. TfL to announce exact details about how that will work later. And then the Greater Anglia lines and other bits of the Overground will get the new trains as well. But finally, the new trains are here.
The next train to depart from platform 1 will be the 12